First of all, I just want to apologize to the fans because that game was nothing like us, nothing like we played all year, and that's the energy they give us every night. We didn't give it back to them. We didn't give them anything to cheer for, and that's terrible. That's not good. And we pride ourselves on winning here, but I mean, yeah, I might have been going, but one thing we really did all year was we always competed. Our energy was always high, and it seemed like our energy was really low. I mean, you can't control every night. You can't control if you're going to make shots. Sometimes you miss. There's going to be ups and lows, but one thing we know we can control was our energy and our competitive edge, and it just seemed like it wasn't there for a lot of time.
Colton, what do you think went into what Trey was talking about with the energy maybe not being there?
Yeah, it just wasn't. It just wasn't there. We couldn't really, get going like we usually do. It kind of started early with they was hitting a few shots, and then shots weren't really falling for us. And throughout the game, it just kind of we weren't making shots, and they were some guys were hitting some shots for them.
Nick, in some way, was this a tough one to get fired up for, knowing that maybe it wasn't what you wanted a week ago?
Obviously, we had heartbreak from the last game, but we're college basketball players, and this is what we do. I mean, and we got to be up. Now, I mean, for our own teammates, for the coaches, especially for the fans, we got to go out and play and get that. I mean, whatever happened, it happened, and I mean, we got to come out and play, and that was not good.
Trey, you kind of alluded to it. I guess I'll ask the same question to you. I mean, is it this result of playing in the tournament you're playing in, or is that game last week against South Dakota State behind you?
Yeah, that game behind us. I mean, it did take a lot out of us, but I mean, like I said, it is a game we love, but at the end of the day, we know that life still goes on. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we're over it. And I mean, like Nick said, we're basketball players. Most of us been playing basketball since we can remember. So if you can't get up for a game and will yourself to go out there and at least help your teammates out, and for the fans and your coaches and your whole staff, your whole crew, like, then I mean, you probably shouldn't be playing basketball.
Trey, as somebody who's going to be coming back next year, I mean, how do you just? Is this something that you can just forget about and spend the next few months forgetting about this game, or how's that sit?
I mean, in some ways, yeah, you could probably try to look over it, but in some things, I think you need to find some motivation. I think this could be one of them. I mean, they came in here and scored 90 points on us, and we've been a defensive team all year, so there's one, and we let a guy get loose for 34 points. I mean, I don't recall anyone doing that here since I've been here. So, I mean, we just got to find our motivation and just keep moving forward. And me as a leader, as a team coming back, I won't allow anyone to come in half-hearted and, allow performances like this.
Well, first of all, congrats to North Texas. That's only our third loss in the SCSC, and I thought they played great and really took it to us. I didn't think we were as good as we need to be, certainly. Just had a lot, just didn't play our normal basketball. And I apologize to the fans that paid their, money to come out and watch us, because certainly I know how that is as a family of 6 and 4 kids, and you got to decide how you're going to spend your money, and just really disappointed in our attitude and effort. And it was easy to see right away with some things. But I thought North Texas played great. I knew, just watching them on film, I knew it was going to be a difficult game. It was easy to see. I know sometimes a lot of people look at records and they see, oh, they're under 500. Oh, yeah. And it's like, no. Like, just take a closer look. And then if you understand basketball, you know that they're a good basketball team. And so, early on, we got that 6-point lead. I think it was 18-12, and is that right? And we did I thought we settled in. They did something, like 23 comes into the game. Michael Miller, who over the last 5 games had averaged 2 points or 2 minutes a game, right? Averaged 2 minutes a game over the last 5 games. And then the Duffy kid who's, I think he might have had an injury early in the year, and it's kind of, one night he plays whatever, 15 minutes, another night he might not play. And so, but you got to give those guys credit. The Miller kid, I believe, had 3 threes all year and has 3 in the first half. And so players make some plays too, and we didn't do a good enough job finding him. But then I thought we settled in, did a lot better. We go up 6, you have all the momentum, and then we're not matched up. And we're not matched up to Roosevelt Smart, and that's a problem. Like literally nobody was guarding him. So now all of a sudden he wakes up and makes a 3. Well, what happens the next possession down? He's guarded and a hand in his face, and he makes another 3. And then he made a lot more after that. So, but I thought we settled in at the end of the first half. I thought we shored up some things defensively, started working the ball around, taking good shots on offense. And we were only down 4 at halftime, and I was feeling great that we were only down 4. But certainly the first, 8 minutes of the second half, it was a bit of a gong show. And they got up by whatever it was, 20-something. And thought we showed some good resolve coming in there. Logan Power makes a 3. I wish I would have went deeper into the bench a lot earlier. That's on me. We knew they were going to give us some wide open 3s, and we did. We shot plenty of them in 33 and only made 6. And so, but give North Texas credit. It's a good win for them, and they advance, and we're going home. And really disappointing. We've been so consistent all year. We haven't lost back-to-back games all year. And which is remarkable, quite frankly, when you think about that. Right in we're going into tonight, 26 and 8, and at our level, with the amount of road games you have, it's incredibly, and the way we have to travel, that's a pretty big accomplishment, and so to lose at home the way we did is just incredibly disappointing.
Coach, that was going to be my first question, the 18-12 lead, and what happened to let that slip away? I think you may have answered it. Was it just simply then some rotations, some substitutions there that you weren't ready for?
No, I don't think so, because they started those guys. That was part of those 12 points. 23, I believe, had 2 threes of those 12 points right away, and I think 2 had the first 3 of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Off an offensive rebound. And defensive rebounding was a big key going into tonight. They're a very good rebounding team. But, after that, I think we just had so many empty possessions. We had 3. I believe we scored 1 of our next 9 possessions or 10 possessions. And if I'm not mistaken, we didn't score for 8 straight possessions. 3 of those were turnovers. We turned it over on an inbounds play. Then we had a charge call, and I think the other one was, I don't remember. I think it was TP maybe throwing it back to Tristan on a screen and roll. But so we had 3 empty possessions there. I thought we took some bad shots. And then some of that, too, was we started out the game, 1 for 6 or 1 for 7 from the free throw line. And we've been a very good, last year that would happen. This year's team, that doesn't happen. Like, we're a good free throw shooting team. Well, I've always believed free throw shoot, because we've shot a ton of free throws the last 3 days, meaningful free throws. But free throws a lot of times tells you it's mental toughness, and it also can tell you what your mental state of mind is. And so that was a little enlightening to me, and see, Carlton missed 2 in a row. I think Trey Manning missed the front end of a one-on-one. And those are empty possessions that you just can't afford. And we've done a very good job with that this year. And then they got going downhill. I praised them because we really settled in. I thought we did a great job on Woolridge, especially in that first half. I thought we did a really good job because he's electric, and he's hard to stay in front of. But then I thought, when we had that lead, to answer your question, I thought part of it too is we just started jacking shots, and instead of staying sound and just getting some easy ones, we started cranking them up.
Yeah. Was that some carryover from last week?
There's no doubt. But you know what? I mean, that was 8 days ago. And that's the other part. I said in the pregame radio show, it's been a really interesting first of all, we haven't had a home game in 3.5 weeks. Then we've had 3 games in 20 days. Now, that's not an excuse. But it's just been a weird, we had the 9 days off before the conference tournament. And now you have another 8 days off. And it's just hard to get in a flow. And it's funny because, it's not funny, but in our 3 practices we've had, just our shooting, like I wasn't crazy surprised because our shooting numbers in some of the stuff we stat have not been great. But to go back, Jeremy, our program it's a tough thing. Yeah, it's when you play for 5.5 months and you have, all the workouts for all summer and all the build up and all that stuff. And then you start practice September 28th or 29th, whatever it was. And you have all our guys are thinking, let's win, let's get to the tournament. Right. And so then it culminates where you get to the championship game and you lose and you feel like, they played really, really well. But I mean, it was almost like it was like a morgue, over here. Our guys were just, pretty distraught and down and out. But, it's like we told the guys and I've said, like, the world doesn't stop. Like, the world doesn't stop when someone's diagnosed with cancer. Like, the world doesn't stop if you have a miscarriage. The world doesn't stop because of whatever, right? And the real world works. You got to get back off your feet and you got to go. And you got to find out what you're made out of. Is it difficult? Of course it is. But that's life. And you have to be able to get over yourself. You have to find out what kind of character you have. And let's see where you're at, with things. And I know the character our guys have. They've displayed it all year long. And but obviously at the end of the day, I didn't have these guys ready to compete at our highest level. And that's not taking anything away from North Texas. They just beat us.
Ever lost a tie before in 35 games this year?
I don't think so. It felt a lot freer, though. I got to be honest. I felt like I was suffocating, but yeah, it was just disappointing. I do want to thank the CBI. I thought they did a great job through this whole process. We're on top of everything and did a great job with us and everything that way. I want to thank our administration for allowing us to do this. And like I said earlier, I want to thank our fans for coming out. I thought I want to credit our fans. I thought they could sense that we were struggling, and you could see that. I thought especially in the first half where we were in that lull and they were trying to will us, and I could feel that as the coach. You could feel they were trying to will us and get us going. And so thank you, and thank them for showing great support, throughout our season this year. And it was a historic season, but disappointing, at the end of the day and how it ended. So it's got to get better over the summer and better over the off season, and we will.